Even if an adventurer is lucky enough to make it through the death frontier, nobody can proceed from here. Time was stopped for me 11,000 years ago with the spell of this choker. And this is the only way to see Ulara, the spring breath town.
But where is it?
The only thing here is an endless desert.
No. It's not Herschel. I sense it. I sense people's feelings. Over there. We can fly over there with this. Are you afraid?
I think you are.
Maybe.
We're standing by you.
I know.
Let's go.
Welcome to Ulara, the spring breath town. I am the god of the teleporting device, Karen. I am a good friend of Rose's. Long time no see. Long time? Rose, you're starting to regain a sense of time, aren't you? No, not only that, you've recovered a lot of other things too.
Are you the person who stopped time for Rose?
No, it was Charlframa. She's the person we have to meet now. Rose has been carrying the fate of the world all alone while shedding tears of blood. Can you go with Rose? Karen, stop it. I don't need to force them.
I have already settled things with the Black Monster. The only thing left is that I have to complete this journey with my companions.
If you understand that, I've nothing to say.
Roses. I think Shauna would be happy to see them.
It makes me relieved. I didn't know you liked flowers, Miranda. I guess there is some woman in you.
Don't misread me. Roses make me puke. They're just flashy. They don't have any kindness in them. Do you know why roses have thorns? It is to bring out their own red using the blood of people they hurt. They'll do anything for their own happiness. Let's move on. I don't need to be here. Ulara, where's Charles? You're wondering because she would normally be taking care of these babies, right? Charles is preparing herself because, well, the things we didn't tell you about, right? Zeke told you about them, so it must be about the moon signet. Tell me what you know. The signet is the signet sphere. The signet sphere is a sealing device. It's created to be the last barrier, just in case the Moonchild reaches the moon that never sets. Even my mistake was in your plan. You are really scary people. Even more scary is Zieg. He's trying to destroy the signet sphere, using the divine moon objects.
Wait a minute. You made the signet sphere just because you were afraid of the birth of the god of destruction? And why did you make tools that can destroy the signet?
Ask Charles. It was decided between the siblings. I will.
You guys were meant to come to this city. Humans, Gigantos, one of us a Wingley. I'd like to tell you something. It wasn't only Wingleys that wanted the Dragon campaign. However, it is true that Wingleys and humans drove themselves to war. If you have time, let me tell you a story about the two Wingleys who were the leaders.
Yeah, tell me.
The first is Melbu Frama. He was the leader of the Wingleys during the Dragon campaign. He was also the younger brother of Charles. Being the leader of the Wingleys meant being the ruler of the world. He professed that only Wingleys had the right to live, and he ruled over the other species physically and mentally. As a result, the grievances of the other species accumulated, and the Dragon campaign began. The war ended when the royal capital, Cadessa, was annihilated, and at the same time, Melbu Frama was killed by the sword of the Dragoon, Zieg. The other man who led the Wingleys was Faust. As the right-hand man of Melbu Frama, he was feared by other Wingleys. He was also known as a wizard and a magician. His magic power was incredibly enormous. He could even create his own apparition, his double. The apparition had most of the capabilities of Faust himself. However, Melbu felt uneasy over the existence of the apparition, so he created something. What Faust did was like professing an intention towards disloyalty. It is natural that he didn't like it. It was called the Vanishing Stone. With that item, It is said that you can make the apparition disappear, although I don't know if it is true or not. Let's get back to the story. Faust was the commander of the supermobile fort, Flanville, as well. Now, Flanville is at the bottom of a glacier. However, it used to be floating in the sky in order to protect 5 main cities that also floated in the sky. Faust manipulated Flanville and killed any other species. However, the insanity of Faust ended with the collapse of Flanville. It was shot down by a weapon invented by humans, the spear shooter. His beloved vehicle became his tomb. You should be satisfied with that. This is the end of my story. If you want to listen to it again, come back anytime. I'm more than willing to tell you.
Oh, Rosie, darling, I've been waiting for you. I don't need your greetings. You know what I want to ask you. Oh, you are scary. But before that, can you introduce me to the son of dear Ziggy? This is Dart. Oh, doesn't he look just like our Ziggy? But Rosie, honey, it's complicated. You have to fight with the son of someone who used to be your significant other. And furthermore, the enemy is the significant other. Do you want me to give you a knuckle sandwich? Sorry, honey. I'm really concerned. So I'm intentionally making it happy and delightful, so that you won't be depressed, Rosie, sweetheart. You've never changed.
Charles, if you know, please tell us, where should we head to?
Really, you have the same eyes as Ziggy. I know. I've been waiting for you in order to tell you everything. Now, what would you like me to tell you?
About the signet sphere.
Ziggy is trying to break the signet of the moon that never sets with the magic power of the divine moon objects. That signet is the signet sphere. I'm sorry that I didn't tell you about this. I have to apologize. I missed the moon child, Shauna. But you still have time. The signet of the moon that never sets is not broken yet.
Where are the remaining signets?
In the past, they were placed in 5 cities. There are only 3 left.
That's why they needed the same number of divine moon objects.
What happened to the other 2?
One was destroyed in the royal capital, Cadessa, during the Dragon campaign. And the other was lost when the divine dragon assaulted the Crystal Palace. Does this mean without the divine moon objects, the signet sphere can be destroyed? The divine moon objects are just tools that conceal vast amounts of magic power. That's all. So in order to destroy the signet sphere, having the same amount of magic power as the divine moon objects is sufficient.
My dad knew about this and made Lloyd collect them.
It doesn't seem like him, and it's so indirect. Plus, something is strange. I wonder how Ziggy knows about the signet sphere. Not only that, he knew that Shauna is the moon child.
About the moon that never sets.
It is the 108th fruit that the divine tree dropped. It was conceived with the god of destruction that ends the world. That's why we separated it into its soul and flesh and sealed them away. My baby brother Melbu sealed the soul, which was the source of magical power, in the crystal sphere, but, when he fought with Ziggy, it was broken. Then the soul escaped from the crystal sphere and started to transmigrate into a human body. Since then, it has been called the Moonchild. What is left in the sky is the moon that never sets. When the moon child goes back to the moon that never sets, the Virage embryo, god of destruction, will be born. So, we needed our Rosie to take on an important task. Please understand her.
Tell me about my father.
You are concerned, aren't you?
Why does he have to destroy the world?
Sorry, but that is the one thing that I don't understand. But he was unmistakably Zieg. Ziggy was the fiancé of Rosie. They crossed both swords and love. Just looking at them made me feel embarrassed. Stop right there. I want to talk alone with Zieg about our memories.
I agree. So why did you make the divine moon objects that can break the signet sphere?
That's right. If you were not planning to allow the Virage embryo to be born, you wouldn't need them. I didn't want to, but my baby brother Melbu insisted. That is not an explanation, Charles. Oh, you are so uptight. Okay, I'll explain it to you. I told you that we sealed the soul of the Virage embryo in the crystal sphere, right? It is in order to draw lots of magical power and rule over other creatures. I wanted to make him stop being a dictator. Because even though we have different appearances or capabilities, we're the same. We should be able to live together on good terms. That's why I created the signet sphere in order to weaken the magic power of the crystal sphere. Rose, without telling you that, 5 signets that protect the moon that never sets restrained the magic power that flows from there. My operation was a big success, I thought. But Melbu found out about it and created the divine moon objects. I guess he was prepared so that he could destroy the signets anytime he wanted to. I get it.
Where are the rest of the signet spheres?
That's right. That is the most important information for you, isn't it? Because Sigi has the divine moon objects, he can break the signets anytime. Listen carefully. The rest of the 3 signet spheres are located in the ancient cities. The names of the cities are the Magical City Aglis, Law City Xenobatos, and Death City Mayfield. Those cities are still alive? It's surprising, isn't it? Of course, they were badly damaged during the war.
How do we get there?
Go to Rogue. Then your way will be open.
You said Rogue? It's my hometown.
See, it is already open, isn't it? Well, it'll be night soon. Why don't you go look around until tomorrow morning?
Now our way is opened. Shauna, I'll be there soon.
Rose.
You really forgive.
Don't say anything. It's already in the past. Take your sword.
You've become strong. You can take care of yourself. Kill me. Why?
The Black Monster is dead now.
We only have a companion who is on the same road.
I miss the time when you were chased by Fairbrand in the forest.
Me too. And I didn't know anything back then. The world is so frail.
The world is created so that it can perish at any time. The creator Soa can recreate one anytime. But the people living there can accept it, believing it is fate, or struggle against it. I struggled in order to protect this world that was taken back by friends who gave up their lives.
I told you, you're no longer alone, Rose.
Darn.
Let's go see everybody. This is just the beginning.
It's not true. The reason why I hate roses was because I see my mother in roses. My mother had never looked at me directly. It was as if she was hiding something from me. And she beat me up. I didn't know what was going on or why she was doing it to me, but I remember at least one thing. There were always roses on the shelf behind my mother.
Oh, believe me, I am all too familiar with parental abuse. But why did your mother leave you?
Sorry, let's not talk about me anymore. It spoils our drinks.
I don't think so. It is okay to be this way. Life is not always happy. Listening to your story reminds me of my past.
About your runaway daughter, right?
This may be a mistranslation of Japanese, but you are so sharp that it hurts.
I hate being a roundabout.
Oh, you guys are here.
When are we leaving? Hashill's been drinking too much since he heard we're going to Rogue.
That's right. Drink a little more and let's leave for Rogue at once. Of course, to save the world.
Give me a drink, too.
May I join? I wanted to talk to you, Miranda. Same here.
Shall we go?
So, we are leaving in the morning.
Yes, we are. What are you doing here?
We don't know what will happen. In ancient city of Winglies, we need strong weapon. Congo doesn't care about leader of creatures. Congo goes with you to the end.
For me too, it is no longer the mere problem of the moon gem. I can't ignore this crisis of the world. You didn't imagine we wouldn't go with you, did you?
I didn't.
Hurry up if you want to buy. Humans and Giganto, your time is limited.
Hey, buddies! Karen was telling me about this teleporting device. It's not like back home. And when are we going? We already heard lots about it from Charles, and we found out where we should go.
You're coming too?
Of course! Without me, the strongest of all, you cannot save the world. Besides, I learn a lot from following Doc. Everybody's the same. Gigantos, humans, and winglies. And I can't stand the destruction of a world where everybody lives.
I think for the first time, I agree with Maru.
Is this the first time?
Leave here tomorrow morning. By that time, I'll be prepared so that I can send you on the way that goes to the home of Gigantos from here.
We can travel that far instantly. Then we might as well go directly to Rogue.
Our power is becoming weaker day by day. That is our maximum power.
I understand.
Take a boat to Rogue. It should have been prepared in the Twin Castle a short while ago.
Was there a dock in that castle somewhere?
I asked King Zior and had him make one especially. I'm surprised that he listened to a Wingly. There are no humans or Winglies when it comes to the end of the world. You don't need to thank us. Now, it is not too much to say that the mission of the city is to send you off. Yes, and this is one way the city has been looking after the world. Let's go back to Charles. She must have prepared the bedrooms for us.
Charles? What's this?
Oh, naive boy. Don't you understand? It's a send-off for great heroes.
You shouldn't have.
Don't be so short. Rosie, honey, you've been doing really great. Since the soul of the Virage embryo, the god of destruction, was released, you've saved the world, let me see, at least 107 times.
Really? After even being called a black monster? Stop it. The monster has died.
Siki is serious, and he has everything to give birth to the god of destruction. Only Dragoons can stop him. I wonder what Creator Soul is thinking. Like destruction or regeneration? I wonder why quite wants us to go through such a painful thingy. We will change fate. Everybody must survive, okay? Now go. Zeke won't wait for us.
Right.
Home of Gigantos.
It was linked to here.
It has been a while.
Karen and Gigantos were pals for a long time. Of course, it was when there was still some Gigantos left. There were nice winglies like Cheryl.
They weren't all brutal people, unlike the legend tells. We have to rewrite the book in the National Library.
Yes, correct knowledge brings correct conduct.
That's after this journey is ended. Let's go see King Zior. We have to head to Rogue on the Queen Fury.
Die. Demon steps. Die. Demon steps.
Yes. Go. Go. Blazing dynamo.
Rush. Bone rush.
Yes! Go! Go! Blazing dynamo! Omni sweep. Yes! Go! Go!
Turkey step. Turkey step. Woo!